Welcome to This Week video for September 28th. It's a big week this week. We're going to start off with a comment from last week. We had a lot of damages, as I stated, and I stated that we had books that were folded in half, so it says, let's see it. This is one of the damages that we got last week. We call it the pocket comic. Back in the day, you used to put your comic in your back pocket, you rode home on your bike with it. This is the sort of crap that we have to deal with. And not just me, I'm sure other stores do too. Someone like that, someone who lets this go by should be fired. That's it. They're just lazy. If you're putting this stuff into a box, you can feel if this book was getting crushed at the bottom of the box. But again, that's what happens when you have to hire people with, 6th grade education. This is what we started off with. So I just wanted to let everyone know that this is what we were dealing with last week. Now let's start with this week's new stuff. And I will give credit. I really trashed it, and there's a fly flying around my head. It's irritating me. It's gonna be the most famous fly in the world right now. Now I lost track. Now I even lost track of thought. So let's just go. We're gonna start off with After School number 3 from Image. We've got Artist Elites Presents number 3. Born of Blood number 1. Tim Vigil cover artwork. We've got a lot of Tim Vigil fans in here. If you remember Faust from back in the day, some of you guys don't ever want to remember Faust, but he does the cover art on this. We've got Briar number 1. I believe it's kind of like a grim fairy tale gone bad or something. Could be interesting. The Berserker Volume 2 trade paperback. Death Rage number 3. Department of Truth number 21. And Devil's Highway number 5. Last issue of this book. Both series are really good. You should try them. Issue number 5 of 8 Billion Genies. The population total keeps going down. End After End number 2. New Image number 1, Flawed. Got Florida Man number 3. This has just been a fun kind of stupid book, but it's a good read. Grimm number 5 from Boom. Boom just seems to be knocking it out of the park with some of their books right now. Heart Eyes number 2. And we've got a one-shot here from Aftershock. Hell is a Squared Circle. We're going to take a guess that this is a wrestling book. House of Slaughter number 9. I Hate This Place number 5. Knights of the Fifth Dimension. Not on the front cover. Number 4. Wow, this book is finally out. I'm almost considering probably not reading it anymore either, even though I love the writer, love the book. Lazarus Risen, number 7. This guy, I love most of the stuff he does. He changed it from a monthly book to a quarterly book. But I think they've put out more issues of Saga in the past 2 years than they have of this book. And Saga didn't print anything last year. This book is so late. Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's fired. Done. Not coming home ever again. The Magic Order, number 3. Here's a fun book. Man, Goat, and the Bunny Man, number 3. Green Eggs and Blam. Another book that was one of my favorite books too, but because he can't get it out on time either, I fired him too. Manifest Destiny, number 47. I am not supporting slackers. Ken, this one's for you. My Little Pony, number 5. Got New Think, number 4. Noah, Not Otherwise Authorized, number 2 from Source Point Press. And we've got Oblivion Trials, number 4 from Source Point Press. I think this book's going to be good. Old Dog, number 1. I think they did something, it was Old Dog, or it was something with this character in it a few years back. Got Terry Moore's The Parker Girls, number 2. Prometheus 1313, number 3. And Redman, number 4. Spawn Scorched, number 10. Shadow Service, number 15. Issue 4 of 5 of Sins of the Black Flamingo. Sonic the Hedgehog, number 53. Spawn Omega, trade paperback. This book is getting around towards the end, and it's too bad. It's another good story. Stillwater, number 15. Street Fighter Masters, number 1. Hadouken. Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Armageddon Game, number 1. Triskel, number 4. And we're going to finish this one off with the Turbo Kid Skeletron Unleashed, number 1. This has got some fantastic looking art. And just for the people who don't understand sarcasm, I'm letting you know I'm being sarcastic. Okay, that's it for the independent books. Now we're going to get off to the DC stuff. This is going to be an exciting week for DC. And can't even find the end of it. There are so many books this week. It's amazing. First of all, we're going to start off with Action Comics 1047. Kal-El returns from the dead. Justice League's dead. I thought he was part of it, but they're still running around. Who knows what's going on at DC? Who cares? Batman Beyond, The White Knight, number 5. Now, this is actually a book that people are excited about and are enjoying. Sean Murphy does. He's for me, he's hit or miss, but he's a good writer. He's a good artist. Still not for me, though. Batman Fortress, number 5. Here we go. Everyone wants this one. Batman The Audio Adventures, number 1. Now, from your local podcast, you can have the comic book version of it. Now, this book has been selling fantastic. Dark Crisis on Infinite Earth. We get the 3rd printings of 1, 2, and 3. I don't read DC anymore, but this is the book that would have probably got me back. But I'm going to still stick to my guns. They're still all fired. But we've got Sergeant Rock versus the Army of the Dead. Now, that's something you can't go wrong with. I've always been a huge fan of war comics, and unfortunately, DC does some of the best war comics out there. And you've got zombies going on with that too. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll even get a little haunted tank. You know, it's maybe a haunted tank, and I believe Bruce Campbell actually is writing this also. And who doesn't love Bruce Campbell? Sorry, Bruce. I'm a huge fan, but unfortunately, you're writing for DC. I can't read you. DC versus Vampires, number 9. Deathstroke, number 13. Detective Comics 1064. Who killed Harley Quinn? Who knows? Who cares? But here's issue number 22. Finally, back from Oblivion, The Human Target number 7. It's been a long time between 6 and 7. Justice League and the Legion of Super Zeros, number 6. Nice House on the Lake, number 10. Haven't seen this book in a while either. New number 1, Tim Drake Robin. Don't have enough Batman-related titles. That's Sandman Nightmare Country. It's Superman Space Age. Book number 2. Drawn by the great Mike Allred. This one's for you, Rand. Task Force Z number 12. And Young Justice Targets number 3. So far, no damages. And we didn't get any this week. So, I mean, I ragged on Diamond last week. But I give him kudos this week that there were no damages. And same thing with the other companies. All right, we got Marvel left. Amazing Spider-Man number 10. Again, this cover, unless you're an Amazing Spider-Man fan, this cover is not going to make anyone want to buy this book. This is one of the worst covers you could ever do for a mainstream comic. John Romita Jr. has phoned it in. Look at her. What do you see? I see like she looks like a zombie. Just like she's dead eyes. I don't know. It's time for him to retire or get him off covers. I mean, it's bad enough that he's in the thing, but at least try to sell the book with a pretty cover. But no, this is what Marvel has put on for us to look at for the cover of an Amazing Spider-Man. Pathetic. Ant-Man number 3. Avengers Axe number 1. Can't get enough Axe anymore either. So let's give us some more. Captain America, Captain America, Symbol of Truth, number 5. This guy should open up his eyes before he eats. Damage Control, number 2. We've got the Defenders, number 3. Issue 5 of Fortnite Zero War. Again, there's another skin in here. That's why it's bagged. Gambit number 3. Janice Vell Captain Marvel number 3. Got Marvel Voices, Comunidades. Comunidades, you think? Yeah, Comunidades. Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 42. This book's still going. I mean, it's issue number 3, but it's continued from 10 issues ago for the other one. Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings, number 3. Star Wars Dr. Aphra, number 24. Yeah, it looks like Chewie's got a little problem going on here. Han Solo Chewbacca, number 6. The second printing of Star Wars The Mandalorian #2. Thor #27. I enjoyed the first issue of this. We'll see how the second issue is. Thunderbolts #2. And we'll finish it off with a great book called The X-Men #15. So there we have it. It's a really huge week this week. There's some decent stuff too. I think there's plenty to choose from for everyone of all genres of what they like to read of books. There's plenty here. Should be an exciting week for new books. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.